Good, good. I almost said good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome back to the After Dark podcast. It's been a fucking minute.
It's been a long ass fucking minute.
It's been a long ass minute since the After Dark
Actually, how
podcast.
long is it?
I couldn't tell you for a fact, but I know it's been a fat fucking minute since we've done a podcast episode.
Where do you post it? I can't find it.
We have a channel for it.
I know, and I can't find it.
It's just the After Dark podcast, 2001. You know, because we were both born in 2001.
Oh, this is correct. This is correct.
I want to say it's been like almost 8 months.
I'd say that's pretty accurate.
It's been a minute. Oh,
9 months.
9 months.
Damn.
We've kind of fell off a little bit.
Damn.
We
And the
kinda
one
fell off a
before.
little bit.
Wait, hold on. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It's been regardless.
No, it's
a
been
minute.
5 months. That's crazy. I thought it was
Five
a lot
months
longer.
only. It
Yeah.
feels like it feels like it's been a minute. But last
That
time
was the
we did it with
Go ahead.
Sean and we did it with Kai. That was the last time
Yeah,
we
but
had
it was
a
New Year's.
podcast. Was it New Year's?
It was New Year's. That's what it was. Happy New Year. Happy New Year
Well,
podcast. Yeah.
well, welcome
Or it may
back.
have been like January, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's been a
we're
fat
back
minute.
we're back with another podcast. As always, I am your host, Eric, and of course I have
Enrique.
my friend here, Darren. As
Of course,
per
of course.
always,
Always here.
it has been a lot. There has been a lot and a little that has happened. I'm taking off my socks because it's hot. There's been a lot and a little that has happened at the same time. All right, nigga, you know where to find me if you find her. But real quick, I just want to address. You may see that I am not. My walls are not red because I have moved into my own apartment. I'm living by myself, paying bills and shit.
This is good. This is good.
Myself, or not as myself, by my lonely. No roommate, just me and my dickhead cat that I now possess.
Gang?
Fuck that beat. Oh my.
No, I'm talking about in
The
your
Korean bit. I'm finna need it. But first I'd like to give the floor to you, Darren. How have you been these last couple months since our last podcast episode? I know niggas have had some trials and tribulations, so I feel like this would be a good
Oh man,
opportunity for us to, get some juiciness, get some
what has
perspective.
happened?
There's a
New
couple of things
job.
that's happened.
You talking about with me specifically?
Well, we've actually gone down to Florida twice
Yeah.
since then, so we've seen you physically.
Yeah, I get new job and struggling on God. But then yeah, I think that was the highlight. That will be the highlight of this year. Is you, Angel, and Steven coming down to Florida for sure. And
That was a
then
fucking experience.
what? Fucking 3 weeks later, you pull back up to Myrtle Beach with us.
I had nothing to do.
Hey man, still had fun. That's all that matters. That's really about it though.
It was a very
Same.
fucking interesting experience.
Oh god, same shit, different day.
That ain't the truth.
What game is on in the back? I can't even see. Is that the
Street
one
Fighter.
from?
That's
Oh
Street
god.
Fighter.
Okay.
Alright. Well, since our last podcast, I have obviously moved into a new apartment. That looks cool as shit, by the way. Let me show off my little.
Do a little pan around. Oh god. Again.
This. Oh, don't look at the floor.
Yeah.
It's dirty. I need to
Oh
pick it
yeah.
up. I got incense and shit over there, but this is my little shits with my nerdy shit. Yeah, that's like my mangas though. And then I have a little LED panel. And then I obviously got my Street Fighter off in the background.
Oh god.
But unfortunately, I am at the same job still. Because of school, so I'm still doing school. Yeah, we went down. I went down and saw Darren another time, but me, Steve, and Angel went to see Darren down for it was like summer break. Like we all just went down there,
Type shit.
and then
Just went vibed out.
I am now the only caretaker for my mother. It's just me and my mom down here now, so I gotta watch over her. I got a cat. And they be pissing me off, but they be pissing me off. But I knew I should have got a fucking dog. They be pissing me off. Bro, I should have got
Dog
a
would have
dog.
been. Dog would have been worse, gang.
I should have gotten a dog. At least that motherfucker. I should have gotten an old ass dog with some character. I should have gotten an old ass dog.
Blind dog.
Yeah, one that be shaking and shit. Um, that's about it basically. But because it is the
Think
After Dark podcast, you know what we got to talk about.
what did I do?
You know what we got to talk about.
What did I do? That could be a couple of different things. The first one that come to mind is women's situationships.
Of course, of course, of
Okay,
course,
all
of
right.
course, because
I
that's what we
figured.
left off on, and I feel
Is it
like it's
really?
only right. Yeah, because remember when Kai was here, we was talking about his shit with his
Oh, that's
ex.
true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so in terms of that, I'm not talking to nobody because I have officially given up on women slash love slash like the whole relationship thing. I've given up. I I may still believe in it because of the love that I can provide, but until you know shown otherwise, I give up. I give up. There ain't nothing for me out here. I give up.
I'm right there with you. Because you've had more happen. But one or two things happen. And I've been shown time after time that it is not worth it. It's not worth the struggle right now. It's not worth the stress, the anxiety. It's not worth the shit is yeah, it's good. It's good.
Hold on, I'm gonna crack my door real quick. Okay, I don't know what the fuck she's doing. I think she's shitting. She's just making noise, bro. She just makes nothing but fucking noise. I wish it was at like 10 o'clock where she decides to do stupid shit. But I'm gonna go into a little detail about my situation because I feel like it's always fun to hear me have fucked up situations.
God,
But
yeah.
essentially, I've talked about her before. But Shorty, there was this girl I was messing with. She really liked me, but I was like, I just got out this relationship. Let me
Real
take
quick.
time. Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Which one are you talking about? Because I want to say something, but I don't
That's
want to say something if
true.
you're not
That's
going to say
true. No,
anything.
no, that's true though, because since the last podcast, there was actually another girl that I was messing with. The one that you have heard, like actually heard while like we was on when I was on the game. That one. I'm
No.
not talking about that one.
Is that the one with the thing? Oh, gotcha.
No, we talk about the other one.
Gotcha.
This is the her. You
You're
know how
talking about
like
the other one that I've been getting.
yeah,
I'm
that you
so
be getting
utterly pissed
irritated
at.
with. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
that one,
okay.
that one, that one.
That I was gonna say. Have you?
I heard a boom. I'm not gonna lie. I thought someone kicked in my shit. I thought I was gonna die. Nigga, I'm not even gonna lie. You saw terror on my shit. I thought I was dead. I was like, damn, this is the way I'm
Oh
finna
my
die. That's
God.
crazy.
No, what I was gonna say is,
Mm-hmm.
what are the odds you think? I know you don't give a fuck, but what are the odds you think she sees this? What do you think?
I think they're
Like,
relatively high, honestly,
actually,
because
because
I don't
I
know
do too,
why.
low key.
I don't know why. Every time I mess with a girl, they like to just watch my ass.
Dig,
Like, they like to just
dig,
keep
dig,
tabs
and
on me.
dig. Oh my God.
Like I've had bitches stalk my Spotify. I've had girls. Yeah, I know what your ex looks like. What the fuck? For what? Pero why?
Damn, my left eye blinked before my right. Damn.
But
No, yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, yeah. So that I had a situationship and a half. Basically, I was messing with this girl. I had just gotten out of a relationship. I was like, damn, I need time. Like I really need a lot of time to heal process because it was like my first real relationship, my first love. Like we was living together, all that good shit. Like I need time to process this and build myself up because at that time, I had been going through a lot of things. I had been discovering a lot of things about myself, and I had been trying to cope with that breakup, and so on and so forth, as you do. Um, and I told Shorty, I was like, listen, I just got out of a relationship. Um, you know, shit's not looking great right now. I was like, I don't I can't fully commit to you in a way that is meaningful because of that, and I need time to grieve. And we had some hurtful conversations where I was like, yeah, I'm not over my ex. If she were to pop back up, I would throw myself into that situation 100%. Um, because I still love her, and obviously that hurt her, and she felt the type of way about that. And then after a while, I started to try to commit sewer slide. And one day I was like, fuck it, this is it. I'm finna just do this shit. Unfortunately, I'm still here, and
This is true. Still here.
yeah, after shit went down, I should not be here. And she was like, maybe God has plans for you because why do you keep trying this shit and it not work? And I'm like, well, that's how you look at it, and I look at it as how how do I keep fucking up this bad? But we're not gonna talk about it. Like, um, yeah. So I ended up like not talking to her for a minute because I needed to process all my shit. I wanted to be mature about it finally, and I wanted to like take accountability and not just have a pity party and beat myself up and all this other shit. I actually wanted to get to the root of things. And that meant like having to cut her off, but I was still trying to be there. I guess it wasn't in ways that mattered, but I was still trying to like just kind of be there and watch over her. Because every time I end up with a girl, it's because we trauma bond and have some shit going on. Long story short, I don't talk to her for a minute. Once I feel like I'm decent enough to be in a relationship, I talk to her. She's like, yeah, I have a... Well, first off, she didn't tell me she had a boyfriend, so I was just like flirting with her. And then after a minute, she told me she had a boyfriend. And I was like, well, okay. Don't even like worry about everything. I apologize for everything. Yep, just pretending nothing ever happened. I was like, I'm sorry. She had a boyfriend, went and messed with some other girl. Didn't know that the two were like cool. And for simplicity, bless you, girl A, who's the one I was talking about previously, who I was talking to, but couldn't be in a relationship with. Girl B is gonna be the one that she just came afterwards. So girl A was like, why are you messing with girl B? Why aren't you messing with me? Or why did I wish you would have chose me? This is girl A who has a boyfriend at this point. I'm like, whoa, I was trying to fuck with you, but you got a man, so like there's nothing I could really do about that, and I don't know what you want me to do about that. But I was like, I never I never didn't like you at any point. I just needed to deal with my shit so I could give a relationship or like give the attention or like the love or care that you desire, but the at least like 80% capacity for like where I'm at in my life. That's just a little bit of the lore. So girl
It's
A,
a lot.
it's a lot for no fuck. It's a lot for us not ever being in a relationship. Girl A is like, well, why'd you do shit with girl B? And I was like, well, you had a boyfriend. I don't like shit happens sometimes.
I was single nigga.
On God, but I was like, shit happens sometimes.
Damn it.
And then that turbulence is hitting me. I'm starting to get under the effects a little bit.
God. Oh God.
And then girl A, eventually there's just a back and forth of girl A having a boyfriend that she doesn't really fuck with because he's done wrong by her, and X, Y, and Z is not a good boyfriend. All that like stereotypical good shit or cliche but good shit. And then there's me who likes her, is showing her the attention and shit that she wants, and like the guy that loves the way that she wants and all this extra shit, but she's with guy B or her boyfriend and doesn't want to break up with him and all this extra shit. Eventually there's just like a very long period of time where there's just a back and forth where it's like, yeah, I want you to break up with your boyfriend because I can treat you better and I can do right by you and everything else, but I'm not, like, I need you to want to make that decision for yourself. I'm not going to force you to make that decision. And then she would like flirt with me and say a bunch of crazy shit, and then I would flirt with her, and then it would just be a bunch of back and forth for a long time until eventually recently she was like, yeah, we're gonna need to stop, and I'm sad about it, and I don't want to, like, I wish things were different, blah 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 blah, but I'm not breaking up with my boyfriend. That's basically it. That's long story short, and it's a very long story, so that's why the explanation, the short version is long as hell, anyways. Um, there was that, and then with girl B actually, okay, so for simplicity, and so if they ever watch this, they don't come for my ass. I'm gonna start. Girl B. Girl B's great. Nothing bad happened on Girl B. Take Girl B out the equation. Now there's Girl C. Girl C was like.
Oh,
Girl C. Girl C was like. Hold on. Girl C was like, hey, you should come over and do stuff. And I was like, I'm autistic. If you text me that, I'm gonna think you fucking with me, cause I don't like. I can't like see your face or read your body language, so I don't. You gonna have to send me like an emoji or some shit. And she was like, "Oh, I'm not playing." I was like, "Well, you can't come to my house, cause it's like 10 o'clock, and you did it again. You left." I said. Um, and she was like, "Well, all right, I'll clean up my place. So give me a bit." 2 hours went by, and she was like, "All right, you can come over." And I was driving, and I was like, "Damn, why am I doing this?" I was like, "I shouldn't." I was like, "I should just go home and get back on the in the Discord with the niggas."
uh,
Get there, sit down on the bed. She looking at me like, "So what's going on?" I was like, "I don't know if you've seen that Monsters versus Aliens where the girl is in the car with the dude, and she like stretches and puts her arm over him, and he
okay.
grabs her face and goes, "Don't rush me." And he pushes that bitch. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. Cause she put on a Netflix movie, turned at me, and was like, "Let's get down to business." And I was like, "Bitch," I was like, "Hold on, you can't just
Nah,
let
that
me.
was crazy.
You let me touch down on the bed and immediately try to get to doodling to do. You gonna have to give me at least like 7 minutes to warm up. Let me get past the intro credits."
So why would if I do that? It's a big problem. It's a huge
You a
problem,
nasty nigga. You just run
right?
down there and pull out
Right,
dick.
right. And like I get all the signs that that's what's happening, and it's just the woman comes and does that, and it's like,
I was like,
I'm like, bro,
you think I'm a whore, bitch? Like
hold
you
on.
feel like I'm just
Like,
gonna like whip that shit out and get to business? Like you finna have to
I'm not
oil me
around
up.
the town like that. Like, let's
On
calm
God, my
down.
body count is still on both hands, and I'm not even. I can still point a gun at you with the other one. Just had to make sure. Just had to make sure. I'm not even on two hands yet. I'm cooking. But she was like, yeah, like she was like, you know what I'm saying, like, and I was like, yeah, we finna watch like the first 15 minutes of this movie before shit happens. Um, long story short, I get up and I was like, damn, this feel like a booty call. And she was like, well, you can stay if you want. And I was like, no, I'm gonna
You
go
don't feel
home.
like I should.
I was like, I'm finna go home. She was like, all right. Walked me to the door, dapped her up, got in the car, drove off into the sunset, and I was like, damn.
Just damn.
I shouldn't have, like, why did I do that? What did I gain from that? What did it, like, that made me feel gross. Come to
That's what I've
find
been trying to
out,
get niggas to understand.
she texted me and she's like, yeah, we shouldn't have done that. And I was talking to somebody at the time that I did stuff with you, but I didn't know if that person actually liked
Oh,
me or not.
I
See,
remember
see,
this.
see, see, see.
I remember this.
She was like, I don't know if they actually liked me or not. And
Now I'm picking up the difference between B and C. Okay, I'm good now. I'm caught up.
I was like, first
See,
off, I was
so
like,
you used me.
I was like, that's so you just use me for your physical like validation. Basically, is what you're saying. If I would have known that, obviously, I wouldn't have done nothing with her. I would have been like, listen, like, do you need to talk? Like, what's going on with you? But she was like, let me disclose this valuable piece of information from this nigga and keep it pushing. Um, so that made me feel gross as like a person. So I felt nasty as fuck, and I felt violated. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's nasty. Like, and I already don't like people touching me. So the fact that I let you touch me in such an intimate way, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's crazy as fuck, bro. Honestly, I was like, first off, you're nasty as shit, and now I'm nasty as now I'm nasty as shit. And now I feel gross in my own skin, and that shit affected me way more than I actually thought it would. And I had like a little moment. Um,
I don't do it. I don't do it no more.
but that's basically all that's happened since then. I talked for 20 minutes, so I'm gonna give you the floor to if you'd like to go
Oh
into
God.
detail with your shit. If not,
No,
that's completely up to you. If you want to change the topic, conversation is completely up to you.
I don't really have shit. I mean, I had the one incident that I told you where I was secretly trying to keep it completely private. I was talking to someone and we were going back and forth, and then I had a moment where she had texted me saying that she would be down to take things further, but she wants it to be an open relationship. And I was like,
That's crazy.
I can't win. I can't.
That's so crazy. No, because multiple girls have actually talked to you about like having the
Yes,
relationship
that's
like
like this
open
is
in
not the
some way.
first. This is not the first. Granted, I will say I have a problem where there's certain women I do have sexual attraction towards, and they're gay or bi. But either way, it's like, dog, come on. Well, besides that, I just have little instances where I'm either judged off rip, like I'll be talking to someone and I'm immediately judged in a way because of how I look, how I act. There's a certain type that I am, which I'm not. Like I'm same as you. I don't like fucking being touched. So if I hold hands or give you a hug, like, a hug's a big one. Nigga, I haven't given anybody a hug, not even family. I don't feel like touching them. So anything like that, it just feels like when I do it, and then you turn around and say it was nothing. It's like, damn, I just did that for no fucking reason. When I could have just been chilling in the Discord with the niggas instead. But
That's some god.
yeah, that's why I haven't been out since me and you went to Myrtle Beach. I haven't been out since then, and before that, I wasn't out since y'all came down to Florida. I just haven't been going out because it's the constant same shit over and over again. Bitches try to use me for my body.
Like y'all niggas is nasty. Like it's girls and guys. Like it's a universal thing. But
It
like,
is,
why this is nasty, bro? For what? What are you acting like this for?
and I ain't gonna act like I'm perfect. Like I've definitely hold around
Yeah,
throughout
like
my
I
life.
sometimes I fall to temptation. Sometimes that 2 in the morning text is like, okay, I see the appeal.
I've definitely fucked up, but my point is now that is not who I am, and I make it very clear, and then it
Hmm.
still gets the attempt to use me is still there. That's what annoys me.
And people think just because we're guys, we're supposed to just fall into that shit. Like we don't have feelings and emotions and thoughts behind our shit as well.
Oh,
Like
when I
maybe I
tell
don't want
you
my bodies to be crazy right now.
the amount of times I've been out and a girl has offered to do actions, and I'd be like, nah, I'm good. The the blasphemous look in their face is just like, how are you a guy and are you gay? Like, first
On
of all, why
fucking
does that
God.
immediately mean I'm gay? So, first of all, I just don't fuck around like that. I just don't. That's not me. And then two, what gives you the fucking right to, dog? Just because I don't want to have sex does not mean I'm gay. And
Exactly.
I don't understand. I don't understand why that's a constant back and forth thing. That doesn't make sense to me. But that's why I stopped going out because I'm tired of being judged based off my appearance.
That was
God damn,
something
it
actually I
turned
wanted
just
to
hit me.
talk to you about. That was something I actually wanted to talk to you about. Since yeah, I feel like you've been so like say you know how certain cars when they rev up like they get to a certain like miles per hour quicker than other cars.
Hmm.
So I feel like you were one of those cars that took shorter like it didn't take you as long to reach like as fast, like fast as shit in
Hmm.
terms of like women interaction. And for me, it took me a while before I finally started to get to
Oh, I
that
see
point.
what you're saying.
So
I
what
see what you're saying.
I don't that was a crazy way to say like
No, no, no. That was a good
whatever.
analogy.
But um I
I
feel like
will
it
say
made.
what's crazy about that
Mm.
is you're correct. We did start at different paces, but we both ended up at the exact same fucking place. We
I don't
both
know.
ended
I don't
up
know about
wanting no
that.
relationship. We both ended up wanting no relationship, no sexual interactions. We just don't care.
But
That's
I
what we
was
did.
gonna ask, do you think how much attention you've gotten has actually made you feel less like actually going out and looking for a relationship, like actually pursuing anything
Oh, for
romantic?
sure. Yeah. When I constantly get like, I get it. I'm not gonna be a cocky son of a bitch because I'm not, because I don't see what everybody else sees. But at the same
Mm.
time, I know I'm not ugly. I know I'm a good looking person. It's the fact that I have, I constantly, like, I don't mind compliments. I'm cool with that. I don't necessarily like it, but I can take it. I can be like, appreciate it. But constantly being looked at as a fucking, like I'm famous or something when I'm just a regular nigga, it has definitely deteriorated me where I don't want to. No, I'm tired. I don't want to deal with any sort of relationship. I'm tired of going out. Yeah, no, it definitely has affected me for sure. But yeah,
I think it's a little bit different. For me, it's like I like the attention to a certain degree, but after a while, it gets a little bit too much. Like
hmm.
for that one TikTok video I placed, like after a while, I was like, all right, maybe
Oh,
can.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, could you need to stop? And even with like people who see me physically, the first thing they talk about is my hair, and then they talk about other shit. But it got to the point where I was like, I need. Well, it's separate for me. So people who don't know me and end up like catching feelings for me, it's because of how I act, like because I how I care about people and how I like demonstrate how much I care for people. And then people who don't know me, who purely see me physical, they immediately have shit to talk about. So like it's different for me. So for the people who do know me that ended up catching feelings is because of how I act. That has gotten annoying because then I'm like, well, why can't I act? Why can't I just act the way that I want to act? Like I'm not like actively trying to pursue people, but just because of how caring I am, has been stated by like people. I'm not like pulling that shit out my ass, but because of how caring I am, or because of how like relaxed I am, or how nice I am to be around, why can't I just do that and just be chill without niggas having to worry about niggas like catching feelings? And then for people who don't know me and they see like my hair, like my face and shit, this isn't a good angle. Trust me, I look better like under a microscope. But for them, like it got to me so bad. Like I was like, well, I need people to find another reason to appreciate or like find me attractive. So I dyed my hair just so that could stop. So I think I still want a relationship, but the means of actually getting into one, I've given up on. Cause like the whole physical, like when people are like, "Oh, you're cute," I'm like, "Leave me alone, nigga." I'm like, "Shut the
No,
fuck
oh
up."
God, oh God, no, I'm
I
with you on that.
appreciate it, but leave me the fuck alone, nigga. What's up, Steve?
Yo,
We is
But
doing a podcast right now, just to let you know.
oh shit, that shit definitely does say podcast.
I'm so fucking weak.
My bad, y'all.
No,
You
you're
get
good.
again.
You were talking.
What was I saying?
They broke my
Um,
nose.
I don't remember what I was
Um.
saying. Tragic. New paddock. Um,
Anyways, from what I was saying, I was like, yeah, like appreciate it, but leave me the fuck alone. Respectfully, I just want to be left alone.
real shit. Um, I'm really trying to remember.
I can go back and look at it real quick.
Nah. Um, yeah, no, it's just it seems so cooked right now. The idea of it, of being in a relationship is great because
Mm-hmm.
I know I can do my part,
Mm-hmm.
but the idea of having to hope that the other person does their part, it's not like scary or anything. It's just aggravating that I have to worry about that.
Yeah, that's low-key fucked up.
It's fucked that I have to take a
Cause
leap of faith.
you would think that like once people end up in a relationship and they're at the point now where they're like, okay, well let me entrust this person with my feelings and like everything that comes with me, I would uphold my end of the bargain. But niggas really don't give a fuck out here. Like I'm not gonna air out her business, but so you'll never know which girl it is. Only a girl will know if she ever sees this. But there was a girl that got cheated on, and she was like, "Yeah, it's not really cheating, as long as he doesn't fuck him." And I was like, "Ma'am," I was like, "Let's be so fucking for real." Like that nigga did not respect your boundaries. He didn't respect the part of the relationship where he was supposed to like adhere to standards even when you were or were not present. That nigga did what he wanted to do behind your back and hid it from you. So like there's multiple things that went into that. Then you had to go talk to another girl, get their trust, talk to them in ways that they liked, do X, Y, and Z. And then got like titty pics, ass pics, cooter pics, whatever the fuck it was. I don't know, videos from multiple women. So like, you didn't do it once, you didn't do it twice.
Did it multiple times.
That nigga did it multiple times under the understanding that you would never find out, and he would hide it from you until that nigga would take that shit to the grave. And that's not cheating? Okay. Alright. Like you would think niggas would hold their end of the bargain up, but apparently not.
I just don't understand why it seems so difficult. Like, I mean, I get why it's difficult, but I don't understand why it seems so difficult for other people, men and women, to do minimal things, very minimal things. One, stay faithful. Two, be honest. I think those are the biggest two. I cannot understand it right now. And the amount of double standards both ways that I'm seeing grow more and more the older we get is insane. It's insane that the world cannot be just not stupid. Just not stupid. There's too much stupid shit going on. Like the shit with Chris Brown. That shit was insane, dog. I see
breaking up relationships.
I see people back and forth. Some people will be like, how is he gonna break or divorce her over that? And then other people, the other half, how is he gonna divorce her, and how is he gonna be mad at her for taking a picture with Chris Brown? And then the other half's like, dog, he's not insecure, he's not being weird. She broke boundaries, and the nigga didn't care if it was Chris Brown or a regular ass person. He said, I'm done. And even if the roles were reversed, a lot of the comments were saying, like women were saying, I'd be fine with it. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Some, yes, but the majority would not. You ought to be, oh my God, you ought to be so incredibly pissed. And like, it's either way. I don't get it right now. World seems in a very rough place as far as people's common sense goes.
And if you don't know, the picture he's referring to is there's a lady with a husband, and she loves Chris Brown, went to a Chris Brown concert, took a picture of Chris Brown, but he is like in the picture he's holding her up by her ass cheeks, like she is in that nigga arms, and he is he's hands on both cheeks, firm grip, looking at the camera,
doing breezy shit.
Yeah, doing Chris Breezy shit, and she's looking at the camera. So,
and it's all over the internet.
Yeah, that nigga is his girl.
I feel like too, if it weren't all over the internet, I'd feel like it's more worth talking about. I'd still probably, me personally, I'd still be done knowing it happened because I can't get past it. But it being on the internet with thousands and thousands and thousands of people seeing it gotta hurt way more, because then you gotta keep seeing that shit.
Yep, and your family can see, your friends can see, like, damn, bro, this your bitch? This your girl?
This really what happened? Crazy.
So this why y'all broke up? I thought it was something else.
Gee. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, but I mean, most people don't really have the mindset of. And I was talking to somebody about this. A lot of people, and I realized this when I was driving down to Myrtle Beach in my car, like by myself, down there to meet up with you.
Mm.
People don't give a fuck about other people. Not near like I thought they did it at the like a little bit. People don't give a fuck nearly as much as I thought they did.
There is
Because
no common courtesy in this world. It is very rare.
people give a fuck about their own self preservation and uphold that shit so high that it they don't give a fuck about how it affects other people and how it can slowly kill them. Excuse me. And when people are in relationships, fuck. I think nowadays people are stepping into these relationships halfway with the thought in their mind of that this I'm going to in this relationship I'm going to prioritize myself and take care of myself as much as possible until I get to a point where I feel like I'm obligated to deal with this other person and this label has entailed. And that's why
And
there's like a split between people that genuinely want a relationship, want that real love, want to love, care, all that tender love and shit. And then people are in these relationships and moving and acting like they're single because they want to
as,
adhere to that self preservation. But go ahead.
as far as you were saying, like that exact example that you gave, what sucks is that I can kind of understand it too,
Oh, yeah.
because
No, I get it.
the world is so untrustworthy. It's hard to know who to trust and who not to trust. So I honestly can't be that mad about it for men or women. For I can't really say on a woman's perspective because I don't know. But for a man's perspective and how it worked with me in a couple different situations, I am giving up everything I own. All parts of me I am giving up. So it's kind of going into a future one. I have to constantly think about, am I ready to give up everything? Because nothing is mine anymore. It is ours at this point. At least that's how I think.
Hmm.
I know not everybody thinks like that, but I get it. And it sucks that don't have to, but you at least have to take it into consideration about shit like that. And it sucks that you can't just go out on a whim and trust niggas. It's not realistic.
Even with my whole situation with girl A, like that whole thing stemmed from me. I feel like for the most part, I put people above myself. For the most part, I feel that's how I feel. Cause I care for others more than I care about myself. Now, whether that's true or not, you'd have to ask other people. But I felt like at that point with the time that I was spending with her and how that situation ended, it ended because I wanted to take a step towards looking into my own self-preservation. And I did things that I wanted to do that weren't necessarily conducive of like an actual relationship. Now, were we in a relationship? No, because we talked about it and she also said that she didn't feel like we should be in one, and I agreed with this sentiment. So we weren't in a relationship, but we were moving as if we were in one, like the way that we talk and like hang out with each other and shit. I wasn't calling her like baby or nothing, but just the way that people knew that we liked each other and like we would flirt and shit. That just looked like we were end up in that fucking area. But I wanted to look after my own self preservation more than I actually cared about the whole quote unquote relationship as a whole, and that led to things ending up in a bad spot. And even with my ex before, it wasn't necessarily based off of self preservation, but it was more based off of, and this is something that I want to get into a little bit, is it's in the realm of being selfish, and that was not understanding myself fully and expecting somebody else to deal with that. And something that I've learned through like this whole course, because I've been single from the time my ex broke up all the way up till now. I haven't like jumped into a relationship, haven't claimed the relationship. I messed with people, but like not messed, but like flirted and talked to people, tried to dance with the whole idea of relationship thing. But in terms of that,
God,
haven't
this
really
December will
done
be 2 years.
it. All right.
My bad. I was talking
No,
about
you're good.
myself.
Well, we broke up a month before you.
I know. Been sitting here thinking about it. It's like, damn. Time just been flying for him.
It sure fucking is.
one of the main things I want to talk about, I mean, it's stemming from a relationship that I'm thinking about, but just in general, why is it so hard for niggas to take accountability?
See, I had to learn that though. Like even with the
And I know it
whole,
needs to be learned, but it's like, when do you finally learn?
I
Because
think it's after you figure out like what you want.
well,
Like as a person, what do you fundamentally want out of every like what do you want out of life? What do you want out of this? What do you want out of like
then
what do
how
you
would that
want?
work in the case for me? Because me personally, I don't have any ones. Obviously,
You don't
there's
have anything.
little here their goals, but like it's like just the sense of you, not even in a relationship, just in general.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say who, but someone who's in this Discord, for one, is one of the biggest people that I know that does not take accountability. And it just, I'm not mad at her. I'm not judging them or anyone for not being able to take accountability. It's just, especially when you have someone telling you you're wrong and more people telling you you're in the wrong and you still believing that you're not, like, is it really just ego getting in the way of that, or is it?
Yeah, I think it's like a formula. Like there are things that play parts. Like for me personally, I know that my issue with taking accountability was because I didn't know. Like I didn't know if that makes sense. Like I you can take accountability for certain shit, but when you actually like one, I feel like when you drop the ego, two, when you feel like you
Mm,
know what you want out of life, what you want out of your relationships with people, like when you just know what you want, and then
mm.
three, like when you feel like um damn, I had it in my brain, but now that shit gone. Um,
I felt that.
ego. When you feel like you know what you want. Um, damn, whatever I was talking about earlier. But I feel like you just have to understand yourself on a fundamental level before you actually like with my relationship with my ex. If I there were certain things in our relationship I just did not take accountability for, and I didn't even think about taking accountability for because I always deflected or I always tried to um put it in a different light, put it in a different scope.
Mm,
There are things that I did take accountability for that I should have, and things that I shouldn't take accountability for. I just kind of picked and choose. But then
yeah.
I actually did some soul searching. I fundamentally understood why I did the things that I did, who I am, why I am that person, things that have affected me that I didn't confront, now confronted. I had an ego death, and then I finally understood what I wanted out of all of this. I finally understood what I want out of my relationships with people. I understood. So, just me as an example.
You know,
As for the other person, I feel like an ego death is extremely important. I feel like everybody
I
goes through
I was just about to say,
hella.
I think we need a worldwide ego death for everyone. Just
Everyone needs to have one. It is
everyone needs
essential
to have
to
one
growth.
to growth. And what sucks, what's crazy, for certain people, it really sucks that some people have to go their whole life without having an ego death.
And that's crazy.
That's crazy. That means you are really the same way your whole entire life and you don't change. Obviously, you change little things here and there, but the overall persona that you give off stays the exact same. And that's insane to me. Me personally, I couldn't be okay with that. I feel like I've already had more than one ego death, but I, being who I was consistently over and over again, I couldn't do it. It just, I guess it's different too, because I always want to change shit up and switch it up, but that's not something that you could just change that easily, like your fucking clothes. But yeah, niggas need an ego death, for damn
No,
sure.
100%. I feel like it's a normal. I feel like it's a minority of people who don't go through ego deaths. But
Very little.
I feel like a lot of people actually genuinely go through ego deaths, and like they go through the emotions of experiencing the fact that in the world they are not only at more self-centered than they think, but humans aren't like solitary creatures. Like we hunt and like back in the old days, like old days, we hunt in packs, we move in packs, we like we eat in packs of humans, like of numbers. We form communities. People say communities raise. It takes a community to raise a child. Like humans are not solitary creatures. Like we need to be together. We need to interact with other people. We need to talk to people. We need to love people. We need to, see people. And it's harder to go through the world alone. So why would you want to why would you want to be alone? Why would you want to use people? Why would you want to take advantage of them just for your own personal benefit? You don't want like nobody around you, like no one to genuinely be there for you, to genuinely care. Why would you take advantage of that? People need to understand that. In my opinion, that's what I feel like. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
we
I
all
agree
want the same
100%.
things at the end of the day.
Generally, yeah.
Niggas just at the end of the day, people just want to be happy and to be left alone, be loved. Like if everybody didn't have to worry about money, baseline, everyone would just want to be loved, happy, left alone.
Happiness, love. Yep. I'd say those are the main two. It's good. So society is good.
I also agree with this. I think we're fucked. I think we're going in a weird direction.
Social life is fucked. World problems fucked. Just nothing. Everything seems so off.
Yeah, I would choose the bear. Because niggas like Steve lurking around here.
What I do? I'm not, man. I ain't do nothing, man.
What I do.
Chill.
It was the delay before the what I do. It was just what I do. But I don't even know, bro. Like I want to fall in love again. Like I want to be in a relationship. I want to love somebody, slow dance in the living room with the vinyl playing type shit. But like
Can't do it again.
I don't
can't
know
do
if I
that.
can. I don't know if I can do it again.
I can't do the heartbreak again. I'm already, I feel like for me, I'm already trying to be as strong as humanly possible with shit that I already have going on after the recovery of the heartbreak, which I feel like I fully recovered from. Now I'm back to my normal self, which is still fucked, but I don't think I could do another heartbreak. I think that's going to, yes.
And you? That shit would bring you to your knees in the Wendy's
Actually.
parking lot?
Actually, drop the milkshake and everything.
If you drop a milkshake, you hurt. If you drop a milkshake, I can understand the bag of the fries, the burger, the burgers wrapped in foil. But
That crispy chicken,
milkshake,
ground. Fries, ground. Milkshake, ground. That type of enemy.
I mean, you're hurt.
Yeah, I can't do it again.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I think in my heart of heart and my soul of souls, every girl that I've talked to past my ex, which has only been like whoa, 4 is crazy. 4 is crazy. 4 is crazy.
That you actually talk to?
That I actually talked to.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, since her that I actually talked to went out with. No, it's 3. Because there's girl A, B, and C.
Yeah, but I thought C was the one that just.
Well,
wanted
I
one
talked
thing
to
and
C.
they- Oh, okay. Okay.
See, I don't need it to make sense for the people because I don't need them, in case they watch it, I don't need them to be like, oh shit, I'm girl B, what the fuck? You know, so now everybody's confused and I need it to stay that way.
That's what
But
you're saying.
since that, like, every girl that I've messed with, I think that everyone has been karma for girl A. or like my ex. Like I feel like every time I've dealt with a girl, it has been for me to utilize something that I claim to have grown to now possess that I didn't with my ex. Like with girl, like with my ex, I claimed in that relationship, just as an example, like, oh, I was um I wasn't able to express my emotions correctly in that relationship. Girl A comes by. With her, I claimed I could express my emotions properly. So with her, I was able to express it correctly.
I see
For
what you're
girl
saying.
B, like I
It was like a
wasn't able
new
to. Yeah. So
stage each time.
exactly. I feel like
Okay.
every girl past my ex has been karma for her, and been for me to use the things that I've built in myself and like the values and like the growth that I've had in myself to be able to utilize in for those relationships or potential relationships or whatever they would have turned into if I wanted them to at that point.
Hmm.
But that's just how I feel. So I think that she was my first love. She will always be my first love. And when if there were to ever be a fairy that would be like, "Who's your first love and only love?" Her ass would probably pop up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Until like some mystical 6'9" Amazonian bitch comes out of nowhere and sweeps you off my goddamn feet. I don't know if anybody can compete with that, and that's just being honest. But like, I'm open to give it a try. But that's just how I feel, and I think a part of me is scared to even try to pursue a relationship
It's what it is for me. Yeah.
because I don't want to be reminded. Like I don't. It's
Oh God.
unfair to that person for them to
Have to deal with
me being like,
shit that
oh
I
well,
have going on. Yeah.
X would have done this in this situation. I don't, or wow, this reminds me of when this happened with X. Like that, I feel like that would be fucked up. And maybe that's again me not being over them, which may be true. I don't know. It's been almost 2 years at this point.
And that's what I
But
was gonna say. Like, I feel like I am genuinely over my ex. I think I'm worried about the what ifs. I don't want this
like, what do you mean? What?
situation to happen again. I don't want the
I see what
arguments
you're
to
saying.
happen again. I don't want this breakup, this heartbreak to happen again. So it's not necessarily me not being over her. It's
Mm.
more I don't want the same reoccurring shit to happen.
So let me ask you a
And
question.
that's where that problem I have. Go ahead.
So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So what if a girl pops up, you like her, really like her, fuck with her, y'all start dating. What if she shows the same like issues that your ex did? Not like the big issue, like things like just like small patterns, like with arguments or with like. This is just an example. Don't know if this happened or not. Like, or if she would shut down or not. Really, you immediately, or do you feel like you
Burn and
would be
burn.
able to, because you've dealt with it before, you'd be able to address it and you'd be able to
No,
move in a way? Really,
I don't have it in me to address it again. I think I'm
really.
besides you, I am the most patient person I know. In a relationship, I will wait and wait and wait and wait. But I don't have it in me again. If there's arguments, if there's all the fighting and the little shit that I had to do with, I
Mm.
can't do it again. I can't.
So
Because
what
I'm
if she
not
was one
gonna
of those people
I
that
can't
like,
go ahead.
if you address it, and she's like, okay, well, thank you for sitting down with me and talking to me. I'll
Then
try to do
oh
better
yeah, yeah,
in the future. That's what I'm
but
saying. Like, if she
oh
started to demonstrate that, and would you feel like you were in a position now to address it and move healthily in that relationship?
oh yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Because I thought
Most
she was like,
definitely.
as soon as that shit happened, she was like, fuck no, bitch. I was like, damn.
No. I thought you were saying that if I were to get into a relationship and we start dating,
Hmm.
if she starts just showing the same attributes that I had with my ex, and that was it, then I thought that's all you were saying.
No, no. Like,
Yeah, I'm turning it
would you
burnt.
feel like you could fix it, or would you feel like you'd fall back into like that way that you were? Because
It
I
would
feel
depend.
like I could fix it.
I do, but I feel like it would depend. It would depend on if they can one fucking listen, and two if they can actually vocalize what's going on. And that's what I thought you were getting at is that if they have all those little things that were our problem, then
Mm.
if that person had them, so like not being able to understand, listen, or vocalize what's going on, then no, I'm leaving because I'm gonna get out as fast as I can before it hurts. So it would just have to depend. I think now probably one of the most important things to me that I need in a woman is someone who is self-aware. If you are self-aware of your emotions, what's going on around you, can take accountability, because I'm still working on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for the most part, when I fuck up, I say, damn, I fucked up. But someone who can do all those things, we're already going in a great direction. I think that is the best start, is someone who can understand they're wrong, when they're wrong, and then be in tune. You don't have to be fucking know exactly what's going on all the time, but in tune with the world around you and your emotions for the most part. Yeah, that's important to me now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was telling this to girl A, and I was saying that I like the way that I am with her. Like, people in the past would have fucking killed to have me be this way with them when I was with them. Like with girl X, like you could never catch me expressing my emotions at all. Like, I cannot verbally talk to you, or if I did, it would take a very long time before I was able to express my emotions.
Same.
And with girl A, I did nothing but talk about my emotions or express how I was feeling and all that extra shit. Like, she would, like, I was like X would have loved for me to be able to sit down and talk about my feelings and my emotions in a healthy way, the way that I'm talking with you now.
Yeah.
So, like, and even with girl, damn, I don't remember. Like, just
B, C, A.
shit, nigga, Z at this point. I'm just gonna fucking confuse everybody. Even with things such as like being in my own loneliness and not acting through it, like just being alright with being lonely. Like people would have fucking loved that. And now I'm not in a position to repeat any of the mistakes that I've repeated or that I've done, or like actually like fall into the same patterns and mindsets that I'd have when I was in these relationships or in these positions with people. Like now I feel like if I were to be presented with any of the relationships that I've been in that I fucked up and really really wanted, I feel like I would be able to fix that, even if the girl themselves exhibited the same fucking behaviors or patterns. I feel like I'd be able to fix it. I'd be like, listen, man, sit down, let's talk about this. Sit down at my table.
I think the best way for me to say it for myself, I
Say it,
could
hold on,
fix
hold on.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I can fix it, but I can't fix it by myself. That person has to want to fix it as well. So I think that's the biggest thing. If to what she said and asked me, if they can help me along the way, because I don't want to build somebody up, but I will if someone wants to be built up.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're showing all the signs that they don't, and they're not going to let me help or whatever the case may be, then fuck no, I'm out of there. But for the most part, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do better than what I did. I do feel like I've grown a lot. Jeez. Feel like
I feel like we've
More.
had some exquisite
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Like we've I feel like emotionally, most importantly, we've come a very fucking long way from where we
Yeah.
once were.
I'm able to let someone know. Like for the most part, I still, unless it's you, of course. I still keep all of the shit and all of my feelings or whatever to myself. But I know now that I can tell someone when and where. Like, if it's okay, if I need to talk, if I don't need to talk, what's going on. Like, hey, I'm okay. Don't worry. Just in a mood today. I couldn't do that before. I can do that now. And I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, I would hold shit until I blew up. Like I would hold shit in so bad.
Until everybody's like, what the fuck just happened?
and then I'd have one bad day. I'd have one small thing happening. Fuck this shit, man. Fuck school. I would like my desk. My desk, I broke. My desk is holding together by fucking a singular screw right now. One wrong move and this bitch is toppling over.
I'm sorry. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't blow up, but I still have my days.
Oh no, 100%. I have
Gonna
my.
explode. But for the most part, when I have those days, I know that's what's gonna happen. So like, if my mom or somebody were to call me and I'm in that mood where I know one little thing is gonna set me off, I'm like, hey, just hear me out. I'm in that type of mood, so be very, very, very careful with your next words because I will explode. And for the most part, people listen. That's another thing. I do not like when I warn people that I am not in a good mood and you still proceed to press buttons. What what goes through certain people's heads? Like, what? If I let you know and warn you I'm in a bad mood, don't do some shit that you know is gonna set me off. Why still do it? I'm gonna out him right now. Angel do that shit sometimes. He's not as good as you as picking up on my mood. But like, come on now, gang. I talk to you damn near every day. If you hear me not talking, probably should have said some fuck shit.
See, I think that falls into like three categories though. Like if you tell somebody you're in a bad mood, like you get three things. You get four. You get I'm gonna leave this nigga alone until he's ready to talk. You have I'm gonna fuck with this nigga until I can make him laugh. You have let's turn into a therapist. And then you have like I mean I guess you can kind of like kind of three, but like you just you keep talking to this nigga until he like eventually slowly starts to open up, like he feels included in the shit. So like you just keep talking to him, fuck with him until so on and so forth. But like I feel like Angel feels like he falls into that category of let me see if I can make this nigga laugh. But when Angel does it, when Angel's way of making you laugh is because he's a dickhead. He's juvenile. A dickhead. He's like a high school fucking moderator. Like that nigga.
He's such a dickhead sometimes.
My thing is like it depends. Like you tell me what you need from me. If you need me to shut up, I'll leave you alone. If you need to talk about it, I'm here. Like type shit. I don't even say type shit. Why did I say that? But like, that's how I know I'm high. But
I hear this nigga Steve laughing. I can tell by how much I've been sipping his water.
Oh god, I got caught mouth was hitting earlier. I need some sustenance.
I agree. It's just certain people. There's certain people. One specific person I'm thinking in mind. You know how I am. You know what I do and don't like. You know when I'm in a sad mood, you can talk to me. I'm not gonna give you much back, and I'll talk, but I'm probably not gonna talk much. And you're not gonna bring me out of that mood. I gotta bring myself out of it. But if it's angry, this person, fuck it, my mother, she's the main one. Everybody does it, but she's the main one. You know, if I'm mad, talking does not help. Making me laugh is not gonna help. Being a therapist is not gonna help. I'm going to snap on you. If you say what's wrong, you get 2 of those before I snap. If you ask what happened, you get 2 of those. Like that's it. And so I just, bro. That's where the patience comes in. I feel like I'm already being patient enough, given the circumstances that I'm in. I'm already being patient enough, letting you know that I'm in a bad mood.
See, this is great because now I have enough brain power to wrap this up in a nice little circle. So this goes back to knowing yourself and learning yourself as a person. Not only that, but once you enter these relationships with these people, whether that be platonic or romantic, there's an understanding. There again, there needs to be, I should say, rather than there is,
Mm.
that when you're in a relationship, you guys are both working towards a common goal. Again, romantic or platonic. If you hang out with person A because you like person A's energy and you want them to keep giving that to you, then you need to understand that you need to be on the same wavelength as person A. And you
Yeah.
need to not treat person A like shit, because then you're gonna be confused when person A does not give you person A energy.
Yeah.
So when you figure yourself out, you learn yourself, you figure out how you function, what you want out of the world, what you want out of your relationships, and you move with the knowledge that there is supposed to be a common goal that you guys are working with, a common give and take goal that you guys are working with.
Yeah.
Then things will be a lot nicer. But niggas don't. Then they're not fucking with that. Then they want what's for them, and they want
How it
keep
benefits
that.
them, nothing
Exactly.
else. Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. But like, why would?
That's the, which goes back to what you talked about earlier. That is the most common thing I'm seeing now. If it doesn't benefit someone, they don't want it. In the way I think about relationships, I know a lot don't, but I don't think about a relationship as like, how does it benefit me? Because if I'm being honest, being realistic, being in a relationship isn't going to benefit me much at all. Everything that I would get from a relationship, I can do my fucking self. Being
Says you.
certain things.
Nigga, I
certain
won't
things.
eat if someone don't cook it. You see my fridge? That shit is terrible.
Microwavable shit.
If nobody cooks for me, I'm not gonna fucking eat.
No,
I'm
like
bones and dick right now.
for the most part, I can do everything myself. So the way I think about it is, it shouldn't be how is this going to benefit me? How can we both benefit from us being in a relationship? Can we both succeed and benefit from us being together? That's how I think about it. And I don't think much people at all think of it that way. It's only just me, me, me. How can I benefit from this motherfucker?
And that's
Which
so
sucks.
crazy. That's
That's so crazy. It's so
Another thing-
incredibly selfish.
Another thing that I was introduced to was that people will know that shit is wrong with them. People will like, instead of like telling you, people don't like to tell people shit with them. Like, if I'm dealing with Shorty and Shorty's like, hey, or Shorty knows that when she is feeling sad, she likes to be held. You know what I'm saying? Like she likes to be hugged and shit. If you know that, why would you not tell me that? Why would you keep that valuable
God.
ass
No, on
information
God.
to yourself?
Oh God.
Same thing
Okay.
with friends. Like if you know that, if let's just for example, if nigga A feels excluded all the time and wants people to hang out with and is feeling lonely, and isn't really that confident in reaching out to people because in the past he's been rejected a lot, or like whatever the case may be, why would you not extend the olive branch to dude? Or if you know that one of your friends gets heated easily if you bring up X topic, why would they not tell you X topic?
Oh God.
Like
Why not give the information needed
Exactly.
to know said thing is gonna piss you
Yeah,
off
like,
or
if-
make you upset or whatever the case may be? Yeah.
If we are friends or if we are going to a relationship, we are working
You
together.
need to lay down all
Why would
everything.
Why would you not give me the pieces? Like there's shit that you can learn like later on. That's not like super important. But like if you want me to deal with you, you need to teach me and tell me how to deal with you,
Yeah.
so that way the relationship can move smoothly. I shouldn't have to
Exactly.
find out halfway down the line that you like to be talked to like you're a gazelle in the field. Like why the fuck would you not tell me that off rip? So I could
Frolic,
be like, and there he goes, off smoothly.
frolicking away.
Like I would be doing that shit off rip, so we don't have to deal with these conflicts. So
Oh,
we don't have to
God.
deal with all
Oh,
this
God.
extra shit. What the fuck? A lot of people don't do that shit. Like,
And what sucks is because after my ex, that's what I start doing off rip. Like I go ahead and I put all my flaws on the table. If I might potentially be in a relationship with someone, I let them know everything they're getting themselves into, because I need time to still fix these certain things. So I'm gonna at least let you know, if you're still willing to do this, this is what you're looking at. Why would I not? Why would I keep that from you? For one, I have crazy PTSD with certain things. Why would I not let you know that? So if you say this certain thing or do this certain action that gives me PTSD, it is now my fault when I react if I didn't tell you. If I didn't tell you that gives me PTSD, that's my fault, not yours.
Mm-hmm.
So why not just say it? And I get that goes into trusting and other shit we've talked about, but
No,
why
I
not
get
just
why people won't, but like, you see how seriously
come on
far
now?
you set back your progress.
On God, everything that you just did for however long, you now have to go back. Stage one.
Like, even with my
I-
coworkers, I would tell my coworkers sometimes they like, most of the time when niggas see me like I'm on some bullshit, I'm happy jumping around like doing X shit, being an asshole, like whatever. But like, there's some days or some times where like my mood can just fucking switch, and they want to do that. They want to act with me and do the same shit, and I feel a type of way. It is not on them. Well, initially, it's not on. If I know why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling, and I just don't tell them. You got a little, what is it, little brownie? Got you little.
No, I was messing with my keyboard and accidentally ripped it off.
Pull off a key. Why would I not disclose that information? Hey, like, instead of getting mad at them for not reacting the way that I want them to react, like, hey, listen, this is what I've like, just like you, I've started to tell people. I'd be like, hey, listen, sometimes when my mood flips, like, I have depression, like I have major depression, I have bipolar depression, I have uh holy shit, BPD. So
I
sometimes
took, I took a
sometimes
test and I
my
got a lot.
sometimes I get really connected to people really, really quickly, and when they don't talk to me or they don't treat me a certain way,
It's
I feel
hard.
like, yeah, I feel like the world is fucking ending. Like, I feel like some shit's
Yeah.
about to happen, and I want to ignore that person, and I want to ignore everybody and drop off the face of the earth.
Yep.
Sometimes something will trigger me, and I am done for the rest of the day. I don't want to talk to nobody, don't want to look at nobody, don't want to be around nobody.
Yep.
Sometimes I just want to be like kept to myself. If you see me like not talking to you niggas, or like just dropping people, it's not anything personal. It's just me being in a mood, and I'll get out of it
Yeah.
eventually. So I've started talking to people and telling them like, hey, full disclosure. Like, for example, with people who want to pursue me romantically, I'd be like, listen, I get attached really, really quickly, and sometimes I change my mind like halfway through. Just give me a second. I'll realize I'm being a dumbass, and we can go back to whatever it is that we
Real
do.
shit. Real
So
shit.
if you want to deal with me after that, or deal with me knowing that, cool, great, fantastic. But I'm giving you your little grace period to, if you don't want to deal with that, don't deal with that. Don't do it to yourself if you don't feel like you have
Yeah.
the necessary, you know, things to deal with it. I get it. I'm not gonna force you to do it, and I'm not gonna feel bad because you did it. And I'm not built for everybody. I'm built for certain
Yeah.
people, broken people. But you know, at the same time, I don't understand why more people aren't like doing that with themselves. Like, why not? It makes things so much easy.
Okay. One thing I want to talk about or ask. It's probably different for you than it is for me because
Yeah, because
you've done it more recently.
oh,
Um, do you think you could still go through that talking stage again? Because me, that's one of the main things I think about. Can I even do that? Do I know how to do that anymore? Because I can go up all day. Hey, I think you're pretty. Blah blah blah. You're a bad little Joan. Let me get your number. And I can do that all day. Bad little Joan.
you bad little Joe.
Okay, let's get out of my ear. All right.
Bad, you bad little Joe. You bad
I'm
little
gonna smack you. I'm gonna
My bad
smack you
again.
up.
My bad again.
Cut him. Yeah. Um,
Bad little
but no, I, I don't, I don't know if I could. Because another thing for me is that I will tell someone what's going on and go ahead and give them X, Y, and Z reasons of what's going on and why I probably wouldn't be looking to have a relationship. And so my first reaction all the time is always going to be this person is going to hear these things and immediately back out. But what I've never thought about, what if they don't? How are you going to feel then? If that person decides they do want to actually talk to you still, knowing everything that you have going on. Have you thought about that?
I don't even know. Like, my thing now, like, So I've gone through two like little phases because of girl A. And originally I was gonna say where I told girl A that I would wait for her because of X, Y, and Z. Eventually it got to the point where I was like, I'm burnt out, I don't wanna do this shit no more. Because of things that because of things that I was hearing about, like things with girl A, X, Y, whatever, like whatever. So now I'm in the point where I'm like, I've given up on like all that shit. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be with anybody. I don't want to be around nobody. I just want to be left to my own devices. Um, I don't think at this moment in time right now, I don't think I have enough energy for a talking stage. Like if it would just cut to the come over and let me lay on you stage, I'm down for that 100%. Like, cause I a nigga needs it. I need to rest these weary bones. I am tired. I just need someone I can lay on. Well, you better than me. Sometimes I need some cushioning. You've seen cats like make the bread out at the titties. That's what I need. I just need to. That's what I. Some days, I have like a giant like full body like cat plush that I sleep with. Some days I wish it was somebody like a warm human being that I could feel some skin on. But I don't know if I could go through the whole. Oh my God! Your favorite color is lilac. Wow. You said what? You like to go shopping at J.C. Penney's? That's so interesting. Ross too? Damn, bitch. You're fine. I can't. I'm not even gonna force myself to do that shit no more.
Yeah. I'm at a moment. I think what the biggest thing for me is the fact that I don't want anything like touch, talk, anything like that unless there's a connection with it. If I can't have a genuine connection with it, I don't want it. I don't want physical touch. I don't want conversation. I don't want any of that unless I already have a certain type of connection with you. That doesn't go with just being in a relationship with someone. That goes with like friendships too. If I don't already have that type of connection with you, I don't want it. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. And that's what I think the biggest thing with me is right now is that I can't do it. I can't. I would, as much as I would love to just share a bed with someone. Just lay in the bed all cuddled up just for one night. One night. I might even shed a tear. I might. But I can't do it.
Oh, shit, I wish.
Last time I did it, I felt weird. It put me in a. It made me disassociate for like a week.
I haven't had that for a minute.
I
feel like genuinely that would make things so much better for me. Because June has been the worst fucking month of my life for a minute. This June has been so fucking bad for me. Sometimes just like a little. Have you seen those like goth mommy GF videos on TikTok with the sad ass audio behind them? And she's like, "It's okay, it's okay."
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I need that. Sometimes I need to be Lil Spoon with the whispered in my ear.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay.
I've turned into a dead man. I've turned into a cold-hearted man.
That's what I say. I say I'm a broken man. You're like, Eric, you're exaggerating. No, nigga.
No.
I'm broken.
I'm very broken.
I'm a broken man.
I guess that's good. That helps me know that when the time comes, if there's a woman that wants to put up with that shit, maybe that's actually the one.
That's
The
wifey.
one that yeah, maybe that's wifey, the one that's willing to put up with that shit. I don't want to do it.
No, I don't know why recently though people have been like going out their way to make. For me personally, they have been telling like everybody's been making it their business to tell me my ex's business. Like, I'm not gonna say any names, but for my ex, are like, yeah, I saw her the other day with her boyfriend, and then like with girl A, they'll be like, yeah, did you know her and her boyfriend are X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, listen,
I smacked the shit out of all
I
that.
really appreciate you feeling close enough to tell me this, but
I
don't
don't
like
say that shit to me.
don't tell me, please.
The point is trying to forget about it, not
Exactly.
constantly have a memory of it.
Like, wow, glad they're happy. Please don't bring that shit to me ever again. Like, I want them to be happy, just not. I don't want to see that shit. So appreciate
I
it, but don't do
don't
that
want
shit
to see
again,
that
please.
shit.
Like, imagine
That's so fucked.
if someone would have been like, "Hey, this is so good. It reminds me of your mom's cooking. You know, your mom is dead." Be like,
Again?
I mean, appreciate it, gang, but like, fuck you. Like, alright, nigga. Like, you didn't have to say all that. You could have just said, like, the first part of that, and it would have been straight, but you didn't.
Real shit.
That was some bullshit, gang. But yeah, people have been making it a part, like, to do that, and I'm like, well, I wish you wouldn't do that. Like, appreciate it, though, but, like, please don't do that. I feel like I shouldn't have to tell you not to do that. But whatever, I guess.
I think the only problem that I'm having with people relating to anything opposite sex related, I keep having people trying to convince me to essentially fuck around, but not fuck around. Like you
Mm.
can just get a once in a, you know, every once in a while thing, like an on and off type shit. I'm like, why would I want that? Why would I want that? What good does that do me at all? Well, you get what you want. You want to be able to have a connection. You want to be able to, this and that. No, no, nigga. At this point in my life, I'm not even dating. I'm full on preparing to marry at this point. The woman that I'm ready to settle down with, I'm gonna date, of course, but we skipping that shit. We going straight to marriage. We ain't getting married,
That's a
but
good idea.
we're just together forever now. We locked in now. That's really all that I got. I'm crashing. Is there everybody pass out? Let's go ahead and end it,
Alright.
Kingy.
No, but like, I don't know, man. I feel like, all in all, I feel like this goes back to like the self-preservation thing. Like, why? Like, you don't have my best interest at heart saying that shit. And maybe they do in general, but in small ways they feel like, this benefits me. This has been on my mind. I really need to tell them rather than maybe this piece of information will hurt them. Let me just keep the shit to myself. Let me take the shit to the grave. But I think it goes
That's
back to
me.
that self-preservation, that ego thing.
That's me personally. Most shit, if I care about you, I'm taking it to the grave.
No, on
I'm
God. Like, why would I want
I'm
to
not
tell you
gonna
something?
I'm not gonna tell you something that's gonna hurt you. I can't do that. If I care about you, the sight of hurting you is terrible to me.
Well, if it's necessary, I will tell you. But if it's not
Yeah, yeah,
something,
yeah.
if it's something you could like somebody like almost blew up your car, then I'd be like, okay, well, let me not tell them that their car almost got blown the fuck up. If their
Because
car
then
didn't get blown
they're
the fuck
worrying
up.
about something that didn't happen. Exactly.
Exactly. Like, why would I bother you with some shit like that? Like, would it be funny? Sure. Yeah. Cool. But do I really want to stress you out just to say that? No, I'm not going to.
No, it's not worth it.
But yeah.
That shit
Do
is
you have
so
anything?
crazy.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. Not for
Yeah.
now, at least.
All right. We are gonna call it because I'm passing out.
Oh God, what's crazy? As soon as you cut this camera off, and start recording, my ass is not gonna be tired anymore.
Shit, yo ass not gonna be tired. Every time I touch that, I think that Four Loko is doing something to me. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm
I
like,
didn't even know you drank that shit.
no, that shit is right here on my desk.
I didn't even know you had
Um,
that shit.
I'm just a little.
Wacky slush.
I'm a little slushed. Yeah. But yeah, this is the first podcast back.
Episode, who fucking knows?
That's what I'm saying. Not gonna guarantee nothing, but the next one will definitely be more organized. Whenever that shit may be.
We'll see.
Um.
Hopefully
yeah.
soon.
Yeah. Love you. All that bullshit. Yeah.